Hi, everybody. I'm Scott Stanford, host of OG Sports here on OnlyGood TV. We're always on the lookout for inspiring sports stories, amazing athletes, and one-of-a-kind comebacks. Today, we're meeting Tori Murphy, the founder of Prom Series. Now, Tori may not be a household name, but her husband is a beloved baseball player. We're talking about Daniel Murphy, who's played for the Mets, Nationals, Cubs, and is currently playing for the Colorado Rockies. So what did his wife, Tori Murphy, decide to do as she travels the country watching her husband play baseball? Well, as a former school teacher for underprivileged kids and severely underfunded school districts, she decided to put her privilege to good use. She started Prom Series, an organization that's helping foster kids feel special, look good, and feel good about themselves. I had a chance to speak to Tori. Take a look. All right, so Tori, listen, first give me an overview on the Prom Series. I mean, how did it come about?
Honestly, I was a high school teacher back in the day. And so we were at an underprivileged school, and prom is really expensive. And those dresses are really expensive. So I kind of did a test drive with my girlfriends and had the high school girls come try on dresses. So that was way back. I mean, Daniel, like right when he got called up, that was how long ago it was. And I had the idea when I was in New York to kind of sponsor girls to go to prom, and it just kind of reformed into, I went into a Rockies charity meeting and I was like, I have an idea, and they bought it. So I might have fibbed and told them I had the dress store lined up and I had girls lined up.
You had it already.
Lined up. I'm like, yeah, I got it all. And they were like, okay, perfect. April 8th, you're on. And I had not a thing lined up.
I love it.
And then I just started calling around, and it all magically came together.
Well, all right, so let's back up for a second. When you say it's, you know, the prom stuff is expensive, and I know I've had a daughter go.
Yeah.
You know, what is the normal, like normal expense for, you know, the prom dress, getting the makeup? Like what does that normally cost on a good day?
So, I mean, dresses can be anywhere from like $100 to $300, $350. So we even had in our first event, some of these dresses were like $500, $600. So, I mean, the beading and the craziness, they're beautiful dresses, but they're very hefty. And then the ticket is anywhere from like $50 to $100. And then to get your makeup done, you're probably looking the same, $50 to $100.
That's crazy. All right, so now you go into the folks in Colorado, with the Rockies and the other wives and girlfriends of the players. When you brought it up and you pitched the idea, what was the original response from everybody?
Everybody was game. They were doubting a little bit how we were going to set it up. And I just said, I think I can set up a dress store if you give me the suite. And they were like, you guys will be personal shoppers. And they were like down, like all into it. So it was cool. The Rockies were super gracious and set us up like 3 little dressing rooms. And we turned that suite over. We were cranking out the prom dress night.
I love it. I love it. And obviously this is with girls who are from foster homes. What is what's the selection process like? How do you actually pick the girls who get to do this?
Right. So we are just contacting the agencies. And so the first one was Hope and Home out in Denver. And I just said, do you have like 20 to 30 girls that you think that would need a prom dress? And they just selected the girls and had them show up. And we got their names and put their names on the back of the jerseys. And that was a really powerful thing.
I have to imagine for the girls who live in these homes that this night had to be phenomenal for them. What was the night like for you? And, take me through it for the young ladies who got to experience it and the other players' wives and girlfriends who are really also going through this for the first time.
Yeah, I think my aha moment that this was like a real impactful thing is so we had 3 dressing rooms in the suite itself. Well, we had 35 girls. Wow. So the traffic was like heavy on these 3, dressing rooms. So all of a sudden I kind of scanned the room and half the room's gone. And I'm like, where did everybody go? And so Laura Arenado took everybody to a public restroom on the suite level.
Right.
I walk in, public restroom, any fan could have been in there, and she's holding up these 2 heavy gowns, and there's a girl in a closet trying on dresses behind her. And so she goes, I'm done. And Laura turns around and the girl can't see herself in the mirror. And she goes, you look so beautiful. And everyone's flocking at her. And she just believed her.
So after that first event that you guys put on, What was the plan for the future of Prom Series? Obviously, before COVID shut us all down.
Yeah.
You know, what did you guys, I know you wanted to push it forward, so what did you guys do instead?
So we had 6 stadiums lined up for the 2020 season. So we were going to be with the Mets, and we were going to do DC, and I kind of went back, you know, to all of our repertoire teams, and they bought it. And so obviously we got shut down. And halfway through, I took my kid, I went out to buy back to school outfits for my kids. And I thought, everybody loves a back to school outfit. Like, yeah. And I don't know what back to school looks like this year, right? But a new outfit makes you feel good. So I was like, baseball women have the best style. They can shop. And I'm like, I'm going to throw this idea out that instead of prom dresses this year, you can send in a back to school outfit. And it spread like wildfire. And so the room I'm in now, I took my son's room over. We got like racks, and I set up a GPS box, and we collected easily probably to 500 to 600 outfits.
Wow.
And we said, we'll put your guy's jersey on it, and we'll mail it to we found agencies in every big league city, and just started mailing away.
That is amazing. So this is now that this back to school clothing program is supported by MLB itself?
Well, I had all 30 teams. It was supported by the Prom Series.
Wow.
We just kind of like took a little turn. COVID just threw something at us, and we just turned. And Cabernet called me with the Mets. She randomly texted me one day, and she said, hey, do you want to do something? I was like, let's do these clothes. So she jumped on board, and Sarah, soon to be Waka, jumped on board, and it was cool. And Mally Story in Denver, she took that over for me. So we had people everywhere, and we got clothes from all 30 girls. We have wife or girlfriend on every team send us something.
Wow.
We're just starting. Like, we are literally at the really the starting gates. We linked with KITTENISH, and they sent us pallets and pallets of clothes. We were blown away with how much they sent us. And so they're all at Citi Field right now, all lined up. They said that Citi Field said they would hold the clothes, and we were like, perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was crazy.
That is amazing. And I would have to think this whole experience, right? The Prom Series, you know, with the other Rockies wives and other wives and girlfriends from other teams, you know, did that kind of bring you guys closer together as a group?
Yeah, it really did. I felt like Daniel's been playing in the league for a while now, and it was really cool to, I mean, I fangirled over the names that I had on this list, right? Like, I was like, what? You sent us stuff? Like, this is so cool.
Right. Like, give me a couple of names that sent you some stuff.
I mean, tons. Let's think of the playoffs roster. We can go Chelsea Freeman, sent us a bunch of outfits. Brittany Darno blew it up. And my Nats girls, and honestly, the Dodger girls too. The Dodger girls showed out, and their style, they thought of everything. Yeah. I had the bags, the earrings, the shoes, galore. Courtney Turner was a big helper of mine, always supportive. And so it was just so cool to kind of feel like we were high-fiving each other, like when nobody can high-five, right?
I love it. I love it. As you're mentioning these last names, I'm like, all right, Courtney Turner, that's got to be Justin's wife.
Yes.
Michael Conforto's fiance.
Yes.
When these kids, they get these packages and they put these back-to-school clothes on, and again, you can't get into their heads, but for your hopes, you know, what are their reactions and what are their feelings like when they're getting these brand new clothes and you're looking sharp for them to go back to school?
Yeah, so we tagged all of our clothes with a Prom Series message. And I think the main thing is we just want them to know they're worth it. Like, you were thought of, you are worth it, and you are loved from afar. And really to connect them to the game too in some way would just be cool, that you know that girl in that jersey, that she thought about you.
I love it. And so when we get back to normal, probably in 2021, you know, what's your hope moving forward for the Prom Series? What are we going to see in the future?
I think we're going to try to get back in stadiums. I think we had 6 lined up. So if I could keep those 6 and maybe add a couple, that would be amazing to host like a real Prom Series event at these stadiums. And then I definitely think we're going to keep the back to school event. It was so powerful and so easy. All they had to do was mail in clothes. And so that was really fun too. So I think we're going to try to host 2 events a year. That's my goal.
And how can people, you know, if they want to donate, sign up to help, follow you on your mission, how can they do that for you?
So we have the promseries.org is our website, and on there you can fill out your email and find us on Instagram. We're kind of heavy on Instagram right now, and it's just Prom Series. And we would love any DMs or any emails or anybody who wants to come on board.
I love it. Oh, by the way, here at OG Sports, we're going to be donating $100 to the cause. I know that. And listen, it's just, it's amazing what you're doing. It's, you know, it's a labor of love for you, obviously. And, you know, I think by the time it's all said and done, you know, I can't see you not having like every player's wife or girlfriend involved in this thing down the line.
I'm trying. Yep. Christmas cards are going out. I'm going to get them in.
I love it. I love it. Tori, listen, continued success to you and your husband, Daniel. What you're doing is unbelievable, and thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I want to thank Tori Murphy, founder of Prom Series, for joining us here on this segment of OG Sports. We are always on the lookout for the next inspirational sports hero, so if you know somebody, send them our way. Here at OG Sports, we are always looking for those that are going to change the world. I'm Scott Stanford.